Welcome to the Thinking Green News Moment. I'm Chris Schneider, and today my guest is Monique Hooker. Welcome,
Hi, Chris.
Monique.
Thank you for having me. Fun to be here.
And we're here to talk about organic cooking.
Organic cooking and green cooking too, because I don't think people think about cooking process as saving energy, of being green. They think of it as what they eat, where did it come from, and we're going to talk about that too. But I think it's very important to also relate to the cooking technique that you're using at home can also save a lot of energy, and there are many ways of doing it. To do that, I brought with me some the technique I use, and you see I have a very simple pot, but it is a pot that is bigger than what I'm going to use it for, but I cannot go out and buy another pot. I have to figure out how to cook something in here that is small, will save energy, and keep the aroma, keep the flavor. So it's really a wonderful way to do it. So to do that, I bought some sweet potato. I think sweet potato, I think is one of the wonderful things right now. First of all, it's beautiful color orange, which is very different than white that we have outdoors at this time. So really, you know, kind of have looking at the orange color, it's kind of nice. So I have a pot with a cover. So what I'm going to do is I have put a little bit of oil, just enough to coat the bottom. So if you're looking at that, I'm just coating the bottom with oil. So there's a little bit of olive oil down there. I'm going to put all this potato. This is 2 large sweet potato. I'm going to put them all in here. Okay? And then we're going to discard that. So here are the sweet potato. But you see, they're only halfway up to here. And of course, you know, there's only 2 of us to eat at home. But I'm going to cook them all because tomorrow, these potatoes are going to be wonderful to serve with maybe a scrambled eggs. The rest of the potato can be good for making a soup. And I don't have to cook anymore. So right away you save energy there because you're not using heat anymore to do the process of cooking. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add just a little bit of water. So I brought a little bit of water with me. And I'd say maybe 3 tablespoons of water, barely. And it doesn't matter if you're doing 1 potato, 2 potato, or 10 potato. The same amount of water, the same amount of oil. So right away that tells me not only I'm going to have a lot of flavor because there's no liquid to leach out all the nutrient. So it's healthy, flavorful, quick, low energy, save the earth. So it's wonderful. I mean, I love this technique, and every time I say that to people. So but when I put the top on, now I have all this space right here between here and here that's open. So it's going to take too much liquid to fill up that with steam. So to prevent, and that would burn the bottom. So to prevent that to happen, what I do, I take a cake round. You can buy this at the store, or you can make your own, but I would use this first. So you take that, you put it way down against the vegetable. Right there, against the vegetable. So you see it's really tucked in there. So that prevents the steam from coming up. It stays against the paper and it keeps building back against the and fall back on your vegetable and help process that. So what this happens now, you put this on the lowest heat that you have at home. Very low heat. And you let it cook there very gently. And when it smells good, just come running. And depending on what you're cooking, it can take 10, 15 minutes. I do regular potato. And in French, we call that a fondant. You let the vegetable melt within their own juice, and it's just the flavor are incredible. So really, so what you've done here, you've saved the energy because you have a very low heat. You're not burning because you have just a little bit of liquid there that put there. And voila, it's very simple. And you can do this with potato. You can do it with a mixture of potato. You can do it the same thing with carrots and potato, carrots and ginger, a little ginger in there. You can all kinds of flavor in there. So very low heat, and I mean really low heat. Don't even bring it to a boil.
Monique, what is your website?
It's moniquescuisine.com.
And what can viewers learn on your website?
But on the website, we're going to have exactly what I'm talking about. I'm going to have recipes. I'm going to have know-how. I'm going to have techniques. I'm going to have, I do gourmet trips to Europe. There's lots of stuff on there. I'm going to have, you know, ways of saving your garden, of saving your vegetables, what to do with trimming. So we're going to have a lot of things like that.
If the viewer could only do one thing tomorrow for the least amount of money to have a positive environmental impact, what would you recommend they do?
And I think if every family were to change $1 a day on local produce, it would make a big impact, a very big impact. And now it's just $1.
I'm Chris Schneider with the Thinking Green News Moment.